Okay, hey guys, I'm back with this second video. Uh, I'm going to try to show you how I have done this book so far. I have 28 hours in this book so far, and I still have a long way to go. I started with this, only a little bit bigger. I made it just a little bit bigger. It had a doily. No, I don't think it had a doily. I think it had a couple of glassine bags. Yes, it did have a doily in it. Had a doily in it. Several pages. I don't know how many pages, 5 or 6 or 7. I don't even know. It has quite a few. Too many pages to be adding what I'm going to add to it in the way of pages by taping them in. But anyway, I started with this little blank book. Tons of work goes into getting it from this. I mean, I'm talking several hours to this. The crazy thing about this book, and I was talking to Donna about it yesterday online, just in message. We were just talking in a message. The crazy thing about this book is, when I make these grandpa log books, the cover ends up feeling like it's cloth. It's so soft, and I don't know what in the world. It is paper, just like I use on all the books that end up feeling like paper. So I don't know what the mystery is there. But this feels so soft, just, I can't even describe it. So there's the front and then there's the back. So I started with this. I taped it shut, secured the pages on the inside, and then I just opened it up and started with page 1. I didn't know what I wanted to put on page 1. I just sit there and study the page, and this sounds crazy, but I just let the page kind of talk to me. The page has to have character, have personality. You don't want a book that just, you open it up and there is something, one thing. I mean, I don't. I want a book that's I'm gonna be able to spend an afternoon with, or whatever. And then I also want that book to be made in a way and have the contents that when I put that book down and walk away, I leave that book feeling better, uplifted, warm and fuzzy. I want to leave that book feeling better than I did when I picked it up. So I started with the book. I just opened it to page 1. And I try to finish a page before I move on. So I like fabric in my books, and I like for the fabric to be different lengths, hang over. So I put a piece of fabric here, and there is a piece of paper there, like a one of those legal things that you just print off, but I've covered most of it up. This is just a piece of this fabric. Look at the difference in that after it was distressed. Same fabric. So I made a bow out of that, put an old key. My husband gave me a bunch of old keys. He had 50 or 100 out there on a big ring. Put some creepy cloth. There's a piece of corrugated cardboard down here. I just kept on going until the page just kind of spoke for itself. And then I moved on to this page. And I like fairy. I like things that say fairy. I'm not into fairies, but I like the word. I like fairy. I like whispers, and there were both of them right there together. Fairy whispers. I like the word memory. I like the word magic. I like the word wisdom. There are words that just kind of speak to me. Now, I've got a brain. I don't know how I'm going to say this without sounding goofy, or I don't want to sound arrogant in any way, because I am queen of the wallflowers. I'm just a very simple, everyday person, but I have very simple likes. I'm very persnickety about stuff, but I'm a very simple-minded person. And so I like things that are warm and fuzzy, cozy. I like feel-good stuff. Kim and I were just talking a while ago. She has a story coming up on WMOK today, and that's my scanner. We have a little ordeal going on, and I'm trying to keep up with that too. Kim and I were just talking a while ago before she went on air. She has a story coming up today, and she said it's a feel-good story. She said she loves feel-good stories, and so I'm going to share that on my page if you all want to watch my page later. It's about possums, but it's a very good story. Where was I? See, I'm not good at talking. I can sit and write and keep you all enthralled in what I'm writing about, but I can't talk because I talk in circles. So back to the book. I like I like my books to tell a story. I want them to touch you in some way, some warm and comforting way. And if they can't do that, I'm going to keep on going until they do, because it's very important to me, the feel that my books give. So there's just lots of this fabric in it. And this was just an old, I don't even know what that is, charcoal, kind of a smoky charcoal shirt that I bought at a yard sale 2 or 3 years ago. And I have just coffee dyed it and baked it and just really worked it to get it to look so old. So I've got some there, some there, some there. I've got it throughout the book, and I still have tons and tons. I've just cut a little sleeve. So we've got the paper, and then I added the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3, and there's some lace down here, a pin. This is just some rings and the rusty stuff my husband gave me, and that's put on with the paper clip. So I got this page done yesterday. I had it already started. I got it done yesterday, and I was looking at it. I still had a place down here, and up here. And I thought, no, I like for all of it to be kind of covered. I want every inch of my books to tell a story or to have character or personality. So I put a piece of lace down here, put another piece of that fabric up there and a button, and I thought, voila, it's done. So we got that done. So then I moved on to this page. I thought this page was going to give me a lot of trouble. It was more of that fabric, that real old aged fabric, and one of my friends gave me that, and I'll look her name up and put her link below if I don't forget. And that's a bow. I have to press that back down, but that's going to crease because it's big and it goes in the crease. I started out with this big flower. I thought this needs splash. This page needs splash. You've got this busy page over here. So, and there will be something tucked in there. There will be more to this page, not added to it, glued in it. But there will be something tucked in there, maybe 2 or 3 things, maybe something clicked on over here. That page is not, the page itself is done. Left and right, they are done. But there will be things added to that right there. So I went to this page, and I had this stuff that I bought last year. Don't even know what it is. I did buy this at Hobby Lobby on a roll. And I think it was over in the wedding department where the burlap and all that is. So I added that, and I added the bow, and I had that, and I added the creepy cloth, and I put the big love the word love. Had the big word over here, add some creepy cloth, and all this other stuff. This is just tissue paper down here with a crazy button that was in that box of buttons I bought a couple years ago. And I got all that done, and I thought, no, it still needs something that is going to pop. Make the page pop in a warm and fuzzy way. So I scooted myself away from the kitchen table, and I thought, I'm just going to take a walk and think about this. I went outside and was walking around, and I just glanced over and saw the old Uncle Remus tree, and I thought, bark. I'm going to put some bark on that page. So I went out and pulled a little bit of bark off of my Uncle Remus tree. I had to take it to the workshop and sand the back so it would lay flat. So I sanded the back of that. That took 5 to 10 minutes to get it sanded down like it needed to be. Then I brought it in, put it in place, and added a couple of buttons onto the creepy cloth and a button over here. And then I thought up here needs something. So I put another safety pin, a rusty safety pin, up here. That's just a washer, a button, an old bell, and I just put a piece of this, this is the hem off of that shirt. I just ripped it and made a bow out of it. Or it's not even a bow, it's just a tie. So that's how that page came to be. So we've got that. We've got the cover. Pretty well done. I like the covers to be kind of simple. The inside, left and right, done, except for whatever's going to tuck in there. And it may be an envelope clipped on with stories and sayings and things in it. I don't know what it's going to be yet. You have to let the book talk to you. And as crazy as that sounds, it will. If you will sit there and look at it and just think to yourself, what does this page need? What is going to make this page pop out you know, I want people to turn the pages and just gasp and say, oh my goodness, look at that. Look what this is. Oh, look at this page. Oh my gosh. And then turn it and say, oh my gosh, this one is better than the one before. I want all of the pages to be that way. And you should want your books to be that way too. I mean, that I'm not telling you what to do. But, you know, if you're not going to make something that's worth spending time looking at or enjoying, why fool with it? You know, my name goes on everything I do, and I am very picky about, I'm not a perfectionist in any sense of the word, and I don't do a lot of things right, but I try. So that's what that page is. Now, see, I still think something needs to go up here. So I don't know if something will go up there. I'm going to let that page talk to me over the day today, and I've got a really busy morning, so this is not done. This is, I have spent a couple hours on this page. You know, and it's just not me. Tanya does the same thing. Tanya Ferguson, she takes it very seriously. Each page of her book means something to her. And Jenny Miller is the same way. I have heard Jenny Miller say, I will spend a whole day on one page. And I do the same thing. And, you know, I'm not into knocking a book out before the sun comes up. Or, you know, while I'm cooking supper, I'm not going to go to the table and throw a book together. I'm going to work on these books when I have time to really put my heart and soul into them and make them into something really special. So this is just a pocket. That also is a shirt. And it's really distressed, so you know, I can't, and I don't have a piece with me that is not distressed. And this is just some, that's on a roll at Hobby Lobby, and it's kind of a ruffle, and it has elastic in it. So I just cut some snippets off and just made little bows there to go on some of these. There's sayings in there, and you know, just, I think there's some a library card in there. I don't know what I'll put in there. There's about 10 things in there, 8 or 10, something, I don't know. So there's still a lot to do to this page. So this is my next page. This is what I'll be doing today, if I get to work on it. I may be able to get a couple of hours on it today. I'm not even sure. But just think of what this page looks like now. And we'll check back on it again. Maybe in the morning if I get to work on it today. I'm not sure. See, there's just a tuck that's going to go somewhere. That is just lined paper that I shrunk down, printed off, coffee dyed it, put some creepy cloth up here and one of those roses on a roll at Hobby Lobby. And I said there's nothing from Hobby Lobby in here, but I do have some, you know, all of this stuff came from somewhere, yard sales or whatever. But you know, you could even do that without that. That could just be thread off of a spool of thread. You could just crunch it up and I coffee dye it too. I spritz it and coffee dye it. So, and then we'll go on to that page. So let's just do this book together and let me just show you what kind of time and hours are involved in these books. This is a glassine bag right there. And it just says, I put a piece of fabric down through it for the front of the bag, and then something's going to tuck in there. This page, this won't look anything like this when I get it done. This has nothing done, so there's still lots to do here. Lots to do here. Hours. So you see why I no longer sell my books for $15. This page, I'm in love with this page. I'm in love with this pocket. That's just an old quilt. That's some more of that fabric that I just coffee dyed. I think I have some cheesecloth under here. I don't know what all, but there's still lots to do to this page. This is just some doodling that I printed off. It was free printables, and I just printed it off. Doodles. And I've got more doodles that I may put somewhere else. This is just an image, and lots more goes there. So we've done the front. You know what I've done to get the front. You know what I've done to get page 1 and 2. You know what I've done to do page 3 and 4, and there may be a little bit more added to page 3 and 4. If you have any questions, and I'm going to be working on 5 and 6 today, if I get to work on it, I will try my best. If I do, I'll have a video in the morning. Where was I going with that? I can't even remember. Oh, phooey. I'm going to just work on it today if I can. I'm just going to do the best I can, and if I do, I'll have a video in the morning. If you have any questions, that's what it was. If you have any questions, comment in the boxes below, in the comments below, and I will answer your questions. Anything, I will help you in any way I can to do a book just like this. You know, if you're going to do it, if you're going to put even a little bit of time in it, you might as well have something when you get done with it. And, you know, a lot of people are not pulled to this grungy look. I'm not pulled to the flashy look or the pastels and all that. I do some pastel books, but even they are aged. But I'm into the really old grungy, and the grungier the better. So if this book doesn't sell, I'm going to have to mark this up because I don't know yet. But, you know, I've got lots of hours, 28 hours already, and I'm not even halfway through. And then there's going to be a lot of tucks and things in there. So I don't know what it's going to be. I won't get my money's worth out of it, I can tell you that. Because there's no way. You know, already 28 hours. This book, if it, at minimum wage, it would be $280. So you can't do that. You have to just enjoy and love what you do. And it has to be important enough to you that you want to put the time and effort into it to have something really special when you get done. So if this book does not sell, it's going on my display in the kitchen. Or I may give it to our daughter. I don't know. She's had a fit about it. And I will have some photos or a video or something of the display in the kitchen. I told Debbie last week I would do that, and I never did get to it. So I'm going to get off of here, upload this video, get these posted today. Please help me grow this channel. Just, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. I would love to have you on this channel. But now don't do it if you're not going to come back and check. You know, I don't want just numbers. I want people that are really interested in the aged books. I call these the grandma books. No matter what the theme, I call them the grandma books. This book looks like a book you would find in an old cabin that has been deserted for 100 years, and you walk into it and you find this book where this old grandma has put all these things together, and over time it has just aged, just laying there. So, but just post any comments, any questions or whatever in the comments. Leave a comment. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you want to follow these books and help me grow this channel. Invite your friends to click and subscribe and watch the videos. But again, we don't want numbers. We want people that are really interested, and we're all going to learn to make these aged books that want to make the aged books. Okay, I'm going to get off here, get these uploaded, get them posted, and I'll try to be back tomorrow if I can get some more hours in this book today. Talk to you soon. Love you all.